Hello, my name is Jason Graves, and I'm the chair of the Language Development Department and an English instructor at Kilgore College. And I'd like to show you how to use Google Docs citation tools to improve attribution in your essays. In other words, I want to show you how this tool can help you create your works cited or references pages and your in-text citations in your essays. Now, one thing to remember when using Google Docs is that Blackboard doesn't work well with Google Docs. So you'll need to save your work as a Word or DocX file or a PDF file. And that's fairly easy. We'll just go to File, scroll down to Download, and choose Microsoft Word, DocX, or PDF document. And that will allow us to save our work to our device in a format that works well with Blackboard. Be sure to remember where you're saving your document so you can find it easily when it's time to submit it. Now, I'm currently in a Google Doc, and I'm going to show you how to use the citation tool. One thing to keep in mind about this tool is it will not place the citations where they belong for you. You'll need to choose the location of these citations, both the works cited or reference pages and the in-text citation. What this tool will do is format those citations for you, both the in-text citations and the works cited reference pages. The tool will create those for you in the correct format, but you'll have to place them where they go. So we'll go up to Tools. We'll select Citations, and it will open a window on the right-hand side of the page here. First item I see is a drop-down that includes MLA, APA, and Chicago style. These are the different documentation formats. It's very important that you know which format your professor wants you to use because they're different. So I'll just select MLA. That's a very common one. And the first step will be to start adding my citation source information into the tool. When I click, I get this selection where I can choose book, book section, website, etc. And we're going to start with a book. When I select book, I get the choice of how I accessed it, either print, a website like an ebook or an online database. I'm going to choose print. For a print book, I can take the ISBN number of the book and enter it in this window, and the tool will find the book for me. Now, the ISBN number is usually found on the back cover of the book where the barcode is, or you can find it near the front of the book on the page where the publication information is. If you can't find that ISBN number, you can enter the information manually in these blanks, and you would find that information on that publication page at the front of the book. But I'm going to search by ISBN. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to add citation source, book, print, and search with an ISBN number. I've already found my ISBN number, and I've copied it to a page down here. There it is. These ISBN numbers are rather long, and you can either add them with the hyphens or without. I'm just going to copy and paste. I've pasted my ISBN number. Now I'm going to click search and see if it'll find the book, and it does. This is the book I used. I've written a little sample essay here. This essay doesn't really make any sense. It's just a collection of quotations from different sources so that we can practice using the citation tool. And my very first quote comes from this book. So once I know that it has found the correct book, I'm going to click continue. It brings up these blanks. I need to make sure that I've got everything in them that's available. I'm going to assume that I do. And I'm going to click Add Citation Source. Now, it hasn't created a citation yet. It's just has the information it's going to need to create that citation. I'm going to move on, and I'm going to go ahead and add all of the sources I used in this essay. So I'm going to add my next one. This time, I've used an article from a website. So I'm going to select website. When I select website, the tool will search for that website using the web address. So I'm going to go to the website. This happens to be the American Red Cross website. I'm going to copy that web address in the search bar. And I'm going to paste it here in the tool and see if the tool will find that website for me. And it does. Notice there are a couple of items missing. All of these items aren't always available when we're citing sources. So we include the information that is available. So I'm going to continue. Make sure there's not more information that I could put in these blanks. I'm going to assume that there's not. I'm going to go ahead and add the citation source. So now I have the source in here. It's not a citation yet. It's just got the information. I'm going to move on to my next borrowed quote. This happens to come from a journal article that's on a website. So I'm going to add another citation source. This time I'm going to select journal article. I accessed it from a website. Now, journal articles, I can't just enter a URL for the tool to find for me. I'm going to have to actually add the information into these blanks. So I have to have the names of the authors, the article title, etc. Okay. So I'm going to go to my website, and this happens to be a website from the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, and I've got my authors right here. So I've got to enter their names. Carrie White is my first author. I've got another author, so I'm going to click contributor to go to add another author's name. And I need to add all of them, at least the first three. This only has three. Well, it does have more, but it's only going to list three for me. Gracia or Gracia Sierra is my next one. And go to my next one. So I know I have another. Clara Lermer. Okay, I'm going to check those. Lerma. Okay, and I always want to check my spelling. And that's all of my authors. Let's find the article title. Now I can go here and find it. See if I can copy it and enter it. The journal is JAMA. The volume, I can find that information here. Okay, it's volume 328. Issue 20. The pages, 2048 through 2055. The year of publication. Looks like it was published November 1st, 2022. I could add a short title. Some of these I don't have the information for. I'm going to skip on down. The title of the website is also JAMA. My URL I can get from my search bar when I go to the website. Copy it. Paste. access today. That's the day I found it. I'm just going to use today, the 7th of December, 2022. Now I'm ready to add this citation source. Right. Again, I haven't created a citation yet. It's just got the information in the tool. Now I'm ready to move to my next source. My next quote comes from a journal article, but this time it comes from one of the Kilgore College databases. So I'm going to add a citation source, journal article, online database is where it comes from. Now I've got to get back to that database. And I have luckily already been there and copied down the URL for that database. So I'm going to go up and find it again. Just going to paste it in here. If I'm at home using a Kilgore College database, I would have to log in, but I'm on campus, so I won't have to do that. And it takes me right to the page. Now notice on most database articles from the Kilgore College Library that we subscribe to, there's a cite option. I can click on that cite option and I get several different choices. MLA, APA, Chicago. Okay. And I could just copy these and paste them onto my document. And you might ask yourself, well, if I can do that, why do I need to use the citation tool in Google Docs? Well, the answer to that is if you enter the information, then the Google Docs citation tool will not only create the works cited page or the references page, it will also create those in-text citations for you. So it's really useful to go ahead and do that. Now, while I'm talking about this, I do want to go back to the JAMA article. There's also a cite button on this. This is just the journal article from the website. This one's a little different, though. It's not as helpful. If I click on that, it only gives me one format, and it doesn't tell me what it is. This is actually AMA citation format, which I can't use. So that's not going to be as helpful. But in my journal article from the Kilgore College website, I can use these, if for nothing else, to add the information I need into the tool. Okay, so I need to kind of look at this page. I've got several authors here. I'm going to have to add their names. The first author is Jacob, and I need the whole first name. Notice these citations don't give me all of the authors. This one only gives me one, the MLA. This one gives me 3, but not the first names, and I need the first names and last names. So I'm going to have to look at my website to see that. I'll look at the journal article. Jacob Gossner. I've got another one. I'm going to add my next one. Hitura Anaya. And I can look at my citation that I've pasted here to see the last name. And then I've got another one. Douglas McPhee. Now my article title, can go back to my website and get it, but I've already got it here pasted. So I'm going to just copy it. This is the title of the article, not the title of the journal or the title of the database, the article itself. Okay, the journal title is Contemporary Family Therapy. The volume, 43. The issue is 3. Pages, this gives me 248 plus, so that's what I'm going to put. It's published in 2021. I could add a short title. I'm going to choose not to do that. The database is Gale on File Psychology. The URL, again, I can go back and get it from my search bar. Or I can just get it where I pasted it here. Either one of those would be fine. The day I accessed it today is the 7th, December 2022. So now I'm ready to add that source. So I have all of my source information here. Now I'm ready to do something with it. I'm going to go to the page after my essay ends. A little proofreading there. This is where my works cited or references page goes, depending on what format I'm using. I've got everything in MLA format right now. So I'm going to click Insert Works Cited. It reminds me to remove citations if I didn't actually use that information from that source in my paper, but I used all these, so I'm going to dismiss that. And it has created a works cited page for me. And it's in alphabetical order. Everything looks good. I also want to show you how this can work with APA format. I just toggle to APA, put my cursor where I want it to be, where I want that references page for APA to go, and click Insert References. And it creates an APA references page for me. Very convenient. Saved me a lot of time. Now that I have my works cited or references page done, I can add my in-text citations, which is a very important step. Some students forget this. Some writers forget it. You've created your works cited page or references page, but you're not finished citing your sources. You must do the in-text citations as well. So my first quote comes from the book, Ethical Choices. So I'm going to find that in my list of sources. Switch back to MLA for this one. And I am going to put my cursor where I want that citation to go. Remember, this tool's not going to tell me that. I've got to decide where it's going to go. So I'm going to put it there at the end of that quote. I'm going to hover over my source and click Cite, and it appears that parenthetical in-text citation. It's not finished, though. It's reminding me I've got to put a page number. I'm still not finished. I've got to take care of periods. I need to get rid of this one because my period goes after the citation. Now I'm done. I'm ready to move to my next one. This is my website article. So I find my website article from the American Red Cross, the CPR one. Put my cursor where I want that citation to go. I'm going to click Cite. It creates my in-text citation. I got to take care of my periods. And I'm ready for my next one, which is my journal article from a website. That's this one. Put my cursor where I want the citation to go. Click Cite. And I need a page number. I need to take care of my periods. That one's done. And now my journal article from a database. And that's this one. I'm going to put my cursor where it goes. I'm going to just do an APA one. Let's just see how that one looks. You can always toggle. You don't want to mix them in your paper. You got to know which one to use, MLA, APA. I'm going to insert my reference, or excuse me, I'm going to insert my citation. I don't want to create another references page. Click Cite, and it creates the APA in-text citation for me. I need to take care of my periods, and I also need to add a page number. This is the page in which that actual information comes from. And now I'm done. I have my in-text citations. I have my works cited page or my references page, depending on what format I need. I want to proofread everything again to make sure it looks right. And now I'm ready to move forward. I hope this tool will help you. I hope it will help you cite your sources accurately. And I wish you the greatest success on your essays.